Hey everyone, how's it going? That Blue Bath here, and today we've got quite a special video, one that I hope you'll enjoy actually. Now, many of you will probably remember that my first proper video was reviewing my car, the Bath, and I really enjoyed that. There's something about reviewing a car that's just so entertaining and so fun to do. It's just why I like watching CarWow. The way they're able to review the car while including fun facts and just being entertaining is, I just love that. So I want to try that myself. And I've done it before, it worked out quite well. You guys liked it the first time, so I thought I'd try it again. But what am I doing this time? Because obviously we've done the Bath and there's no other baths to do. So what we're going to do? I think this will definitely be a great car to review. So let's get straight into it. So guys, this is my dad's 2019 Mercedes E-Class. Now this is a 220D, and believe me, it is a super special car. It's a premium plus package, and that includes many different things, which we'll get into in a second. But as you can see, just from a first view, this car looks fantastic. Now, there are many points and factors to why this looks amazing, and without further ado, let's jump straight into it. We're going to divide it into two sections. We're going to do the exterior, and then we're going to do the interior. But first, we'll do the exterior to get that out of the way, and talk you through all the amazing, lovely little points, and then we'll get to the interior, and so on and so forth. So, let's start off with the front. Now, as you can see, Mercedes-Benz never fails to make amazing looking front ends, all the way back from the 1990s all the way to 2023. Their cars just look fantastic and so amazing to look at, especially from the front. Now we'll just dissect some little points here on the front bumper, so we won't take too long through these little points. There's a lot to get through, so let's get started here. I mean, we've got this lovely grille with the unmistakable, there we go guys, that's the word, unmistakable front badge, the Mercedes-Benz logo, the three-pointed star, surrounded with all these lovely little silver shapes with the lovely grille itself, all combines to make a really lovely looking grille. And we've got also a camera up there, and then there's multiple cameras around the car, guys, that helps people park up and all that stuff. And I can say it's a really useful feature. Wish I had it myself, but I've got my little moving mirrors to help me with that. Moving to the side here, these headlights. Now these headlights are really interesting actually. They're multi-beam LED, and they serve a really good purpose. Now what these do is, let's say you're traveling at night on a really dark highway or motorway, something like that, and you need to find the sign for the next exit. What these lights will do is they'll locate the sign that you need and actually move around and light up the sign, which is really cool. So I think that's basically called like roadside or traffic sign assistance, which is really cool. That's built into the light, so if you need any signs to locate or find where you're going, it'll just light up the sign so you can see it really nicely. It's also got auto beams, which means if there's a car on the other side of the road, then it'll turn off the high beams or the main beam to make sure you don't blind the other driver, and once they're gone, it'll turn it back on again. So it saves you from having to, you know, flick the lights every couple seconds, which is a really nice little feature that they added. Moving on to the rest of the bumper, we got these lovely black canards down here, which is one thing that I really love about Mercedes cars, is that they're able to combine luxury, class, and aggressiveness all into one package, which is so cool because it makes these cars much more unique than any other luxury car in the market, really. I mean, you could spend like, I don't know, 120 grand on a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, but for half that price you can just buy a new one of these, which, to be honest, I think I would go for, really, because I think there's such a unique and lovely looking car, especially the E-classes. I mean, the shape of them is like a mini spaceship, really. It's just fantastic. But moving back onto the front bumper, as I said, the canards are really nice. We've got a little parking sensor there, and I think you can tell what that does. I don't really need to explain that. And moving on to the front splitter, we've got this lovely chrome bit at the bottom, which really works nicely. The black, the silver or chrome mixed with the black on this car is such a nice combo. I really love it. I think it looks great. And then we've got lovely vents there, which do actually vent. I don't actually have my stick of truth with me today, guys, so I can't test it, but I can definitely tell you that all these vents are definitely real, and they do a job, and they do it really well. So as I said, the really nice chrome splitter. as I said before, really works nicely with the rest of the car, and all that makes for a lovely looking front bumper. I mean, you guys got to agree. I mean, I'm not a Mercedes man personally, I don't know too much about it, but I don't need to. I mean, if I just look at the front of this, I know it's something serious going on, and that it's a really cash car. So moving on to the side now, because I think that's pretty much the front bumper. It's just fantastic. So moving on to the side, as you can see, the side profile of this car is absolutely lovely. It's got such a nice sweeping shape all the way to the back. The lines are so smooth and work well together. They're just such a delight to look at. Now, if we move a bit closer in here, you'll see that we've actually got double painted door handles, which is just crazy. So we've actually got red paint on the bottom here, and there's something important I want to tell you about the paint, but we'll get to that in a minute. But just to continue the door handle, we've got chrome on top and then a lovely sweeping red on the bottom, and we've also got a little sensor there. I don't know if you guys can see that or how well you can see it, but pretty much this car comes with biometrics and keyless entry. So what that means is that you can put your thumb on this little sensor here and it will unlock the car. Now obviously my fingerprint isn't actually registered into the car, so it won't do it for me, but the owner can do it seamlessly and really easily and unlock and lock the car via his fingerprint, which is really cool. I think that's such a unique feature and just adds to the list of tech and different things that you can do with this car. It just makes it such a futuristic machine, guys, honestly. It's so cool. But yeah, as I said, we've got the really cool little splits down the wing mirror, and not wing mirror, the door handle. And actually getting onto the wing mirror, we've got this lovely, as I said, like with the door handle, we've got this lovely split of black, red, and then black again underneath, which is really cool. How many times have you seen a wing mirror like that? It just looks fantastic. And as you can see there, we've actually got a little triangle. I don't know how you can see that because it's faded in quite well, but if you can see that, then pretty much that is a traffic assistance type of thing, where, or like lane assist. So if you're trying to merge into the next lane but there's something there, the triangle will go off and start like flickering red to tell you don't do that because you'll crash the car. So that's a really nice handy little feature there. And moving on to the rest of the side, of course we've got the lovely chrome accent all the way across the roof, which just looks fantastic. And if you're wondering where the roof is, don't worry, it's not a bodge job, it's actually a cabriolet, or cabbie, however you want to say it. But we'll move back to that later on. So I want to get onto the wheels here, because the wheels are really something special. Now these are actually 19-inch staggered wheels. So I'm just asking real quick, is the back bigger than the front? 20 on the back?
No, same size, just wider.
Yeah, there we go. So confirmation there. They're the same size on both the front and back, but wider. So let me just go to the front here, guys. So as you can see, we've got a lovely looking wheel here. The 5-spoke mixed with the chrome and the little AMG badge is a really nice little combination there. I think it looks really sporty and sick, mixed with the nice caliper, which is, I don't know if you can see that, but it says Mercedes-Benz on it, which is a really nice touch, with the vented brake discs. It all comes together as a really nice looking, lovely little package. And wrapped up with these alloys are Michelin Primacy Frees, which really nice tyre, guys. Obviously my car runs Pirelli P7s, so it's a bit unfair to do the difference between that and this car, because this car rides like an absolute dream, smooth over every single thing. Not even big potholes phase this car, guys. It's just like driving on a cloud. So, but I can tell you they're really nice tyres and do their job really nicely, especially when going through corners, and they're just really great tyre. But if we move to the back here, I think you can see just by the little lip guard there that these tires are massive on the back. They're just gigantic, a lot bigger than the front, and they do their job even better in the back than they would at the front. So obviously this car is rear wheel drive, so it makes sense to have bigger tires on the back so you have more control over it. But even just looking at it just makes it look really beefy and strong. Like, it adds to the aggressiveness again of this car, which is really cool, and I dig that a lot. Again, we've got the AMG badge, the 5 spokes, the little centre locks, or the little nuts if you want to call it that, and the brake caliper, all that stuff, just like the front, but it just makes it look even more aggressive and beefier.
You have to give the dad sticker truth that it's not biometric, it's not fingerprint.
Oh?
No, it's keyless go.
Keyless go. Yeah. Alright guys, so we've got a little fact here if you want to take it away.
So up to the handle. If you want to lock the car,
Yes.
it's not fingerprint. You just touch it.
Right.
There, it locks the car. Look.
Ah,
It's
right.
not fingerprint. I just have to have the key within a couple of feet of the car.
Ah, right. Okay,
And
there.
to open it, it's
Yeah.
not fingerprint. It's hand around the back there, and that opens it. Look.
Right, right.
You open. That's it. So it's not biometric fingerprint. It's just keyless go.
Right, well, there you go, guys. As you've just heard, that wasn't correct what I said earlier about the door handle, which, as I said in the beginning, guys, I am not a Merc man myself, so I'm not exactly gelled up on my facts about Mercedes, but it's good to have a professional here to correct me when needed, so that is definitely helpful. And as you could just see there, guys, I think you could see a lot of really cool little bits and bobs moving. Obviously, we've got the steering wheel and stuff like that, and we've also got seatbelt presenters, which are a really cool feature. Obviously, help you to get your seatbelt on easier and not having to, you know, reach around the back and having to grab tons of stuff, so that's really cool. And right, so yeah, I think we've finished up with the wheel, and that is pretty much everything with the side. So let's move on to the back, which is probably the beefiest and nicest part of this car. So here we are, guys, we're at the back of the car, and I think you can agree this thing looks awesome from the back, especially with the roof down. This makes for an awesome looking car at the rear. So let's just, like the front, let's dissect some of the bits at the back here. Now, these rear lights are really special, and now my dad has had one of these before, but in a coupe shape with the same lights, and it just looked fantastic at night. I'm gonna have to do a night video to show you what these look like, because believe me, they look fantastic when it turns on. It turns on, but then it fades like a little intro animation and goes all the way across. And I don't know how well you can see that. Well, actually, I think that's pretty good. Yeah. As you can see, there are tons of little crystals inside the lights. And I think these lights are called starry lights, which is I'm not sure if that's the official nickname for them. But if it's not, then it's a really cool little name to have for them, because they just look so nice. Like if we take this across here, I mean, look at that. That is an awesome special light. And I don't think it's that much to buy as an option either.
It's standard on the E-Class coupes.
Oh, there you go, guys. It's standard on the E-Class coupes. So
Up to about 21, then they changed it.
yep, so there you go. I don't know if you heard that, but it's up to 21, and then they changed it. So there you go, there's a tip there for you guys. If you want to buy one of these E-Classes, then go for below the 21 plates, so like 2017 up to then, so then you get these as standard, because why would you want to miss out on such a lovely looking light? That is so sick. And as I said, I will have to do a nighttime video showing you some of the lights on this car, because when we get to the interior, there's so many more lights to go through. But for now, let's just continue on with the rest of it. So if we move down a bit here, it's a bit awkward to kneel down here, guys. There's not much space, but we're trying. So as you can see, the rest of it looks so sick. We've got this lovely little dip here which comes in and goes all the way across, and I really like that. I really like that there's a dip. So if we move to the side here, you can obviously see it goes in a bit, which adds to the shape and the rest of the car, which is really cool. And we've also got the rear plate, nothing special yet. And oh yes, actually, I wanted to, before we move on to the rest of it, I just want to get this out of the way before I forget. So obviously there's nothing special here at the moment, is there? All you can see is just the Mercedes badge. But if the car were to turn on and you put it in reverse, this badge actually comes up and a little camera shows, which is is a really nifty little feature to help you obviously reverse, and then all that stuff, help you park up and all that good stuff. So it's just a really nifty and cool little feature to have. Yeah, I really dig it. And another feature as well, I'm sorry guys, I'm going a bit messy here, but I want to get all the facts in because there's so much to talk about about the car. So with this car, you actually have an app called Mercedes Me, which is pretty much like an app where you can see all the statistics and information about your car, and you can also do some really cool stuff from it. So you can unlock the car via the app, and you can also make the car park itself, which is
The buttons inside on the central.
yeah. So
Not yet.
oh, actually, yeah. So actually, it's the buttons inside the car that does that, not the app. My mistake. I think it's something else that the car can do on its own via the app, which is what is that, Dad?
You can lock, unlock, flash the lights.
Yeah, you can flash the lights and stuff like that. There is one more feature. If I do remember it, I'll include it in a minute, guys. But there's so many things about this car that I'm trying to get in, guys. It's so crazy how much stuff this car comes loaded with. But getting back to the rest of the bumper here, as you can see, we've got these lovely chrome exhausts, which just look fantastic. I think these look really, really sick. I dig them a lot.
They don't pass the stick of truth.
Yeah, and as you can hear there, they sadly do not pass the stick of truth test.
Nor does the 63.
But yeah, as you heard, nor does the 63. The 63 and the E-Class does come with fake vent covers for the exhaust, which, yeah, boo, Mercedes. But they still look really sick and do the job. I mean, if it's for aesthetics, then they nailed it with the cutouts. I think that looks really good, especially in chrome, mixed with the chrome diffuser as well. Just looks really, really nice. And obviously we've got the black or like the black bottom to the diffuser as well, proper sporty. And if we just get the camera on the rest of it here, it just looks like a really beefy and menacing car.
Chrome pack works better on the cabin.
Yeah.
So the chrome around all the top of the convertible.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
The coupe, the night pack looks better. But
Yes.
on the cabby, the chrome pack looks better.
Yes, so actually there, thank you, Dad, you actually have just reminded me of something that I want to bring up. These cars can come with packages. As I say, you can have Premium Plus and all that stuff, but there's two packages that I want to go through. Now, the first package is the Chrome Pack, which comes usually as standard on most of the cars, and is well, as you can see, puts chrome all around the car, but puts it in really nice places. So it's not like ridiculous chrome like you'd see on other cars. It's just really nice, subtle accents of chrome, which make for a really nice little combination with the paint and all that stuff. But the next package is actually a Nightline package, which is really special and looks really cool. That package was actually on our previous E-Classes, and it really, really does the job of making the car look stealthy. Now, the night pack just basically blackens out a lot of the pieces of the car. So the wing mirrors, some stuff on the front bumper, the rear bumper, and the wheels as well. So let me just give you an example here. So if we zoom into the wheel, the inside of this spoke here would be black, along with the rest of them too. Because obviously we've got the chrome package, the whole wheel is chrome. But to be honest, it depends on the car that it's on. Because obviously each car is to their own, and each one of them looks
Even
just as
on
good.
a night pack cabby, you still get the chrome around there.
Yes, actually, that's yeah, that's a really weird feature actually. So if you bought a night package with an E-Class convertible, you'd still get this chrome outline around the top, which in some cases does ruin it a little bit. But in this case, for this car, it doesn't at all. It really adds to it. And I think the chrome package looks fantastic on this one. I do, but to be honest, I love any Merc really. A lot of Mercs look sick, especially with any package and colour combo you get. And while we're on it, I just want to mention the paint, because obviously it's a really special paint. This isn't just red. This isn't simply just, oh, it's a red paint. This is actually Hyacinth Dezinio paint, which is a really, really special option you can buy on these cars. And if we just zoom into it really quickly here, I don't know how well you can see, but it is super shiny, super looked after, mainly because my dad has done most of the work on this paint. But even when we bought it, the paint looked really nice, and that's because Hyacinth is a special, unique and really cool looking colour. And I would recommend it for any Merc out there. It's just trying to find it really, because of it being such a special colour, it's really difficult to find. But if you can get one with it, I would advise going for it, because just look how nice Hyacinth red looks, especially with the black and the chrome. It's just really, really good.
It's nice once you get rid of the lister's layer of grime.
Yeah, I agree.
It's free, that is.
Yeah, definitely.
Free at Lister's.
Yeah, so as you said there, you get a free grime layer at Lister's, but you know, you just got to get rid of it, and then it will bring up the nice, lovely potential that the paint has always had since the factory. But you know, since it sits there on the forecourt, it obviously gets a little dirty. But once you polish it up, do all that stuff, just a wash and all that, it really brings out the shine and the lovely, lovely result of the paint. So yeah, I'm not sure how much it is as an option, but I'd just recommend trying to find a used one with it, because then that's a bargain, and it's just awesome to have it included. Now, finishing off the rear here, obviously we've got some more features. We've got these rear vents, which sadly don't vent, but they are really cool to have. Got the parking sensors, and Now there is one little bone I'd like to pick with some of you out there. So as you can see, we do have an AMG badge here. This car is an AMG line, and for all you picky idiots out there,
you know who you are.
yeah, you know who you are. Those people in the comment section, all that stuff. It is an AMG line.
It's just a badge.
Yeah, it's just a badge, guys. I mean, if we take a step back though, look how good the AMG badge looks on the back of it.
I found another one.
I know, yeah. Guys, look. No.
We found another one.
Oh, we found more AMG badges. Oh, mate.
It's terrible.
It comes on the wheel of stock. That must be fake. It's not an AMG, guys. It's not an AMG. Debunk the video. Stop the video. Scrap the car. It's not real. It's not a real AMG. So you guys know who you are.
Yeah.
Those people who comment all that. Yeah, man. Just stop. Just stop. It's just a badge. It can be on the car because it is an AMG car, so it can wear it.
Just get a better car if you're not happy.
Exactly. Just get a better car, you know. If you're that angry and disappointed with your life, if you've got a people carrier with 6 kids in the back and a fat wife, just leave. Just leave the video. This isn't for you. But pretty much, I just wanted to say that because it's just a badge. It's just all it is. It adds to the back of the car, says what it is. It is what it is. So just let it be. Just let it be. But yeah, that's pretty much the back of the car, guys, and I think that's everything on the exterior. Obviously we could do the top of it, but that kind of counts as the interior. So that's the next section we're going to get onto. So I'll meet you inside the car to explain the very complicated tech inside. So I'll see you in a second. All right, everyone, here we are inside the E-Class, and I think you can tell the interior is very, very lush. The luxury inside this car is immense. Honestly, there are higher up models than this. Can you believe that? There are more models with higher tech, which is hard to believe. When I jumped in this when my dad bought it, I thought that was it. I thought that was the maximum you could get because the amount of tech in this is overwhelming. So, with that being said, let's go over some of the main features that this car can have. So obviously we've got this lovely trim going from each side. You've got the lovely real dark wood, which is, as I said, actual real wood, which is really nice. But yeah, as you heard there, guys, or if you didn't, it's called open pore ash. Is that correct? Yeah, open pore ash, which is such a lovely feature, and it's really nice to have included inside here because it really mixes with the rest of the interior really nicely. And then you got obviously your regular materials, but then you got the right, guys, look at this, right? You've got a whole leather door card. Let me just open this so you can get a better view of it.
Artico, which is man-made Mercedes leather. It looks like leather, but it's man-made.
Yeah. So, as you heard, this is actually called Artico, which is man-made leather. But just take a look at it. It's all over the door card. I mean, my door card just. Actually, no, my door card doesn't even have a piece of leather on it. It's just plastic. So I mean, you can obviously tell the difference between my car and this one, and it's just insane. Take a look at all the lines and shapes as well, the stitching inside the door. It's just so luxury.
Illuminated door sills.
Yeah, it's just so cash in here, guys. So if I just spin the phone as well, I just want to quickly get this in. I think, yeah, there you go. So as you can see, it's actually an illuminated Mercedes-Benz door seal, which is really nice. I think that's properly cool. I think that might show up upside down in the video, so sorry if you have to rotate your phone there, but it should be all right. I'll try and edit it if so. But moving on, so obviously we've got all this lovely chrome and wood and leather inside this door card. But the main things here as well is that you might be looking at these speaker covers and thinking, what is that? So this is actually one of the main things inside this interior, and it's a very expensive optional feature called Burmeister 3D. Now on the standard E-Classes and standard Mercedes cars, I believe you just get regular hi-fi, and some of them you can get just like standard Burmeister, but this one is the top Burmeister, which is 3D, and as the name suggests, it plays throughout the entirety of the car. So from the front to the back seats, you can hear your sound all around. So if you're blasting out like Post Malone or something, you'll hear it from the back seats, and probably 5 miles down the road as well. So 2 subwoofers under the front. Yeah, so basically the power that is behind this is two subwoofers, there we go, down the front and all around the car really. 14,000 speakers. Yeah, so believe it or not, there are 14,000 speakers in this car. 14,000. That doesn't seem correct, guys. 14,000. Are you sure,
I
mate?
don't know how many. It's about 16.
Yeah, so I thought that sounded a little bit weird there. So I think it's 16, not 14,000. But yeah, it's, basically there is a lot of speakers in this car that help provide all that noise. And definitely you can tell the difference between the standard version of the Burmeister and the upgraded version, because I've definitely heard the difference, and I can definitely feel the difference for sure when that bass is turned up a little bit more than it should. But another feature as well on the door here, guys, you've got these memory seats, which are really cool. I love how the design is literally the seat. That is really cool. So when the car is activated or turned on, you just push these buttons around and it obviously sets the seat in whatever position you want it to be. And I don't know what that is, guys. I think that's just a truck going past, but oh yeah, it's fine.
It's an Audi.
Yeah, it might be an Audi, because that sounds a lot like a tractor, to be fair. So I think that might have been an Audi going past. But either way, back onto it. So yeah, as I said, it's in the shape of the seat and you can move it around to set it to whatever you want. But another cool thing is that these are actually memory seats, as I said, so you can actually set it to 3 different modes. So say if another person wanted to drive the car, they can press 2 and they can set it to their position, and when they've got out and finished, the main owner can press 1 and it will set back to the original place that they had it in, which is really sweet. That's such a unique feature. And really nice as well, really handy if you want your seating position to be back where it was in the first place. And you've even got, let me just close this here, guys, you've even got fancy door controls. Like, how many cars have fancy door controls, guys? That's just crazy. And especially finished in chrome, that is just a really beautiful, really nice thing as well. And yeah, can't forget, so right at the moment you probably won't see it, but this little gap here, or little line in the door, is actually the start of the ambient lighting, which is the main party feature of this car, guys. Believe me, when I said we've got to make a night video on this car, we just have to, because the ambient goes from that door there all the way across, down there, and then to the other side. And believe me, there are 60 colors that you can choose from, and you can even choose like combinations of colors with different names and stuff. And oh mate, it's just so awesome. It's in the vents as well, which only come on the 2018 models and above, I believe. So if you've got a 2017 model, then well,
that steering wheel, you've got the vents.
Yeah, so as you can see, one way to tell if you have those vents is if you have this steering wheel. So if you do have this one, then you do have the illuminated vents, which is really, really nice. And just coming back to the steering wheel, as you can see, we've got all this lovely chrome on the wheel, all the way down here as well. It reminds me a lot of my wheel, really, it's got me thinking, have Abarth been a little bit cheeky with the wheel and decided to take some elements from it? If so, then I don't mind at all, because it makes the wheel look so much cooler. But as you can see, we've got the chrome down here and everything else. But another cool feature on this wheel is that we've got haptic buttons, which mean you don't have to press them to activate anything or do anything. You just have to rub your finger on it, and it will do, well, what you need it to, or what you're wanting it to do, which is really sweet. Just a really cool little feature. And obviously we do have your speed limiter and your cruise control, all that stuff on the stalks and everything like that, pick up and decline calls, your voice commands, and all your lovely nice stuff, and the unmistakable Mercedes-Benz logo, the logo of luxury, from what I have definitely seen for sure. Now just trying to move on to the rest of it, guys, just trying to get all the important stuff. Oh yeah, you also have this lovely dash clock, which previously in the C63 that my dad owned, it was an IWC clock, which you can option in the C63. I don't believe you can get them in the standard E-Class cars. Oh yeah, confirmation there, guys, you can't get them in the normal vehicles. So, but it's nice to have a clock anyway, even if it's not an IWC. Personally, I would probably take the IWC clock out of a 63 and put it in here, or put it on your wrist, because either way it works. It's big enough for your wrists, I'd say it works. Just slap a strap on it and there you go. But that's a really nice little feature as well. And just, I can't get over all the chrome mixed in with the black and the open pore ash and all the leather. It's just such a lovely looking interior, guys. Honestly, if you don't think this is awesome, then mate, I don't know what you're on. Because people, look at this. This is probably the most luxury car, along with the 63, that I've ever sat in. I mean, I was astonished when I sat in the Abarth, but then when I got into this, it was just a whole nother level. Now, as you can see here, we've got 2 screens, and this is actually has a, is this did you say a 12-inch?
Two 12-inch virtual cockpits.
Yeah, man. Two 12-inch virtual cockpit screens, which means you have all your digital information on here, so your speedometer and all your information.
Push the button, they'll come on.
Yeah, and then your media on the screen, which is radio and all that. And I can actually show you what these look like if I just. Oh yeah, it's on the left. I'm too used to doing it. I don't know why I went to the right actually.
63's on the right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm too used to seeing it on the right because of the 63. So if we just press this lovely button here once. I think that, yeah, here you go. We've got that lovely entrance screen as well, which is really cool to see. Got your mileage, all that stuff up there as well. And you've actually got multiple dash displays, which means you can have it in, sport and all that. Just turn the music there, guys. We don't want another copyright strike. I don't like seeing that on the videos. But there you go. As you can see, that is so cool. You've got a little picture of the Earth. And look at that map. That's the most detailed map I've ever seen. It's like... Yeah, you get boats and clouds. Clouds and boats, guys. What more do you need? And you've also got a clock in the top right there. Just look how, it's like I'm looking at Google Maps. Honestly, look how detailed that is. So, just get a close up for you there, guys. Just so cool. Such a really nice little feature. And then obviously you've got a digital display here, which if you're wondering what this is on the left, then this is actually like a distance.
Tension assist.
Yeah, and tension assist. It also measures the distance that the car is in front of you, and actually brings up a little E-class or S-class depending on what display you have it on, which is really nice and nifty. And basically, just to tell you, it just, as I said, measures the distance from the car in front, so you don't, you know, crash, bang, wallop it when you get too close.
Unless it's an Audi.
Unless it's an Audi or a BMW. Then yeah, you go full rear end, bro. That I don't do that, guys. Please do not rear end a BMW or Audi, because
you'll cause £4 worth of damage.
Yeah, because you'll cause approximately £3.50 and a Tesco meal deal's worth of damage. So yeah, not advised to do that. But as you can see, it's just a really cool looking dashboard and just looks really sweet. And just complements the rest of the sick looking interior. I'm not sure how well you can see that. Probably not from there. But as you can see, we do actually have purple emitting from the vents, which obviously looks so much better at night. And for the third time, we do have to do a video. I can't stop saying it, guys. We just have to do a night video on this car, which when this releases, might go up the same night or another night, but you'll see when that happens, obviously. And so yes, so this is actually a diesel, and it holds some serious butt.
It's not bad, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a couple of hundred horsepower and about 400 foot-pound of torque. It's all right.
Yeah, 400 foot-pound of torque, guys, is no joke, believe me. Honestly, this car is rapid. And even though, like, it won't be as fast as a C63, stuff like that, it honestly holds its own. Like, you put this against all the other cars on the market, BMW 330i, or 330d actually is probably more of a fairer comparison, or the Audi A6 TDI, stuff like that. Just yeah, any of the diesel coupes and stuff like that.
It's about cruising, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can have all this lovely torque and power inside this car, but I mean, just take a look around, guys. That's not what's important with this car. It's the luxury cruising about in a Mercedes-Benz. That is what you buy one of these for. Just the luxury wafting along the road, feeling like you're in something, just a mini spaceship, honestly. So that's what it's all about.
Somebody says, it's the lowest spec, it's the worst one.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, man. If you're complaining that this is broke man spec, then just leave. Again, just leave, because this is so extraordinary.
Get a better job, get a better car.
Exactly, yeah. You cannot be complaining about the interior of this car if you own a Corsa or something like that.
Or an Audi.
Or an Audi. A lot of shots fired at Audis today, guys. I don't know what it is. I think there was a lot of annoying Audi drivers. Yeah, we know why. There was a lot of annoying Audi drivers out today, guys, so we've got a bit of a vendetta against them today. But so I'll probably do a separate video going over all the screens and all the features that you can get on the screens, because if I had to do it now, it'd probably be like an hour plus video. But obviously, due to being automatic, we've this lovely chrome paddles here, which are an absolute hoot to use, and we've got the stalk here, which acts differently to a manual car, obviously. So you push this little button here to park, push it up to reverse, down to drive, and if you're going from a 2017 E-Class to a 2019 E-Class, please note that the gear changes are different, because we've had quite a couple times where Dad's actually put it in reverse instead of drive because of how confusing it is, which thankfully it was just an enclosed grove, so no damage was dealt and it was all good. But yeah, just a quick tip for you there, guys. So yeah, I think that is pretty much for the interior. Obviously got these lovely nice mirrors here, and
Sensor bit there with the rotary control.
oh, of course, we forgot the main part of it. We've got these which are rotate. Oh mate, I can't speak.
Control.
Yeah, rotary controls. There's just so much
Rotisserie chicken control.
Yeah, I was about to say rotisserie, which is a chicken, and they're used for cooking, which obviously isn't the right term. So it's getting too warm, guys. There's so much to go over. I'm messing up badly here, man. You got to give me some slack. I'm trying. It's my second car review. I ain't no car wow or Matt Watson, but I'll try my best. At least I'm not slamming doors and cup holders, so we've got that to say. But yeah, so basically, oh man, I can't say it again. Rotary controls, there we go, guys. So basically you just spin this around and it goes all over the screen to whatever you want. And we've also got a touchpad one here, which comes in the C-Class as well. Yeah, you can actually draw on it, which is really nice and cool. So it just makes for an easier, you know, navigation of the screens. And we've also got all the convertible controls here, which works really nicely. The roof comes off and on really quickly, guys. It's not even 10 seconds, I think.
No, it's a bit longer. It's about
yeah.
It's about 14.
It's about 14 seconds, guys, which is still really quick for a convertible roof, I'll tell you that much. And moving down, again, we've also got all the rest of the controls. Obviously, if you're in a 63, that would be the sports exhaust button, which is an absolute hoot to press. But obviously, we don't need it in a luxury little cruiser machine like this. We just want to waft along to the sound of silence. But obviously a little bit of noise is nice, but this does have a really nice growl actually. Sounds like a really angry tiger, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so basically all the controls for the rest of the buttons and all that stuff, so that's really nice and good. And yeah, you've also got air scarf, which activates on top of here. There's a button to do that. Oh yeah, that's air cap actually.
Air scarf is behind your neck.
Yeah, so the air scarf, I don't know how well you guys can see that. So that little bit in the middle there is an air scarf, which comes up to reduce the drag and the wind on your neck and stuff.
The air scarf is the headrests.
Oh, the headrests.
Hot air onto the back of your neck.
Oh, right.
Air cap is this front bit and the back bit. They're both air cap.
Yeah, so shows you how much I know about Mercedes, guys. It's just like nada. But pretty much, yeah, so air scarf and air cap. And then the controls in the seats activate fans so your neck doesn't get cold and blows warm air onto it. This up here, when it's activated, it also reduces the wind and creates like a more streamlined shape. And the one at the back just activates to stop wind from coming into the back. There we go, guys. I got it in the end. But yeah, that's pretty much all the cabby controls. And I think that's everything in the interior. This is going to be a way longer video than the above, guys, but there's so much to go through. That's how luxury this car is. That's how many options you can get on it. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it, everyone. I think that's everything we've got for all the car. As I said, we'll do separate videos on the screens and all that. So yeah, I'll meet you outside to end off the video. So I'll see you in a second. Right, guys, so that is pretty much it for today's review on my dad's E-Class. As we said, this is going to be a very long video because there's so much to unpack. I mean, this will probably be about half an hour video, but I'm sure you guys will enjoy it, especially you people out there who are into Mercs or own Mercs yourself. I think you'll definitely know a lot more than I do and will probably correct me just as much as my dad has had to, because I'm more of an Abarth person, but I do love these things myself. Don't get me wrong, I do love a good Mercedes. I think they're a fantastic car, and really, it's kind of a, you know, it's kind of good that these are together, because the amount of Abarths and Mercs you see together, it's kind of like a little combo, a little duo. You know, you've got the Merc in front and then the little Abarth chasing it behind. It just works, really. It just does. So having this car on the channel will definitely be a really, really good hit, because honestly, I really just wanted to differentiate a bit, get something new on the channel, because I love doing my Abarth. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, the car is my absolute dream car, and I'm so happy I've got it. I want to do everything with it on the channel, but it's nice to have something different on the channel for a change, especially my dad's car. Because I sat there and I thought, do you want to do a review? And he was like, yeah, let's go for it. So there we have it. That is all of the features, the tech, the different options on this E-Class. I hope you guys enjoyed today's review. As I said, it was just a second attempt at a review because I really wanted to do it again. I guess it didn't help that I was reviewing a car that's not in my element, but hey, it's good to get out there and try something different. So yeah, hit that bell, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Q&A video out soon, and you know, I'll mention and answer all you guys' questions that you want to know info about. And yeah, I suppose I'll see you in the future. Have a good one, guys.